Here's a poem written by an American that every Canadian needs to hear. There's a place where winter arrives like an uninvited house guest, then it stays long enough to put away the dishes. A place where people endure the wrath of nature with nothing but a good pair of boots and a shrug. A place where decency is not dead, where a handshake still means something, where the national identity is stitched together not with arrogance or conquest, but with quiet, unflinching resolve. And that place, friends, is Canada. If there's a refuge left in this world from the cruel absurdity of modern civilization, it is there, tucked beneath the northern lights and wrapped in the hum of a snowplow at dawn. And while other nations with their bellowing and bravado stagger through history in search of greatness, Canada has been quietly excellent all along, without the need for parades or messianic declarations of destiny. And it is a place built not on war but on negotiation, not on blind ideology but on the simple understanding that if you're going to survive in a land where winter tries to kill you every year, you're going to have to get along with your neighbors. And so in 1867, in the most Canadian way possible, she was officially born. Not in a scream of musket fire, no divine proclamations, no threats of annihilation. Just a handshake and a quiet understanding that they had something worth holding on to. And Canada has this strange and radical idea that a country should take care of its citizens. Universal health care is not a debate, it is a given. The idea that someone should go bankrupt because they had the audacity to get sick is as unthinkable as charging people for oxygen. And this is a country where workers still have rights, where the government does not actively wage war against unions, where the minimum wage is not a cruel joke. It's a place that still understands the dignity of labor. It does not see the working class as an inconvenience, but as the foundation upon which everything is built. And Canada does not boast. It does not beat its chest. It does not need to, because strength is not in the volume of one's voice, but in the steadiness of one's character. Canada has weathered every storm, endured every hardship, and not with bravado, but with grit. It is a nation that has sent soldiers to fight tyranny, not for empire of glory, but because it was the right thing to do. It is a place where democracy is not just a performance, but a practice. While America drowns in voter suppression and political theater, Canada quietly goes to the polls with the simple belief that voting should not be a battle, but a right. It is a country where people still say sorry when they bump into you, where a stranger will help you push your car out of the snow before even asking your name. There is a humility there, a kindness that is not performative, but instinctive. It is a nation that understands that real strength is not in tearing others down, but in lifting them up. And if there is a last bastion of decency, a final whisper of what a nation can be when it is not consumed by greed and fear, it is Canada. It is the soft glow of a hockey rink in winter twilight. It is the laughter of friends over Crown Royal. It is the unwavering belief that people deserve dignity, that community matters, that kindness is not a weakness, but the most powerful force of all. And oh, Canada, you beautiful, stubborn, snow-covered sanctuary of sanity, may you never lose your way. May you never trade your quiet strength for the loud insanity of empire. And may you always be there, just beyond the border, a reminder that a nation can be great without having to tell the world about it.
Obviously, I could go back to England if I wanted to, but there is honestly nothing in this world that made me want to go back there. I love Canada. I love living here. I love raising my kids here. Like, I love where I live. I love the life. I love the people. Like, everything about it. I love it. Even if, obviously, we have wildfires here and animals that can, you know what I mean? But even with all of that, I would still choose to be here. There is nothing that would send me back. Like, and I know, obviously, I always get, like, the odd Canadian, like, maybe an older Canadian, maybe, that will say, you know, this place is awful, like, maybe like 30 years ago it was even better or whatever else, but I wasn't here 30 years ago. I'm here now and I love it now. So great if it was even better then, that's awesome. But it's still, for me, it's still freaking awesome. I love it here. And I can only assume the people that are making those comments hating on Canada are people that either have never left Canada or have never lived somewhere outside of Canada to have reference to see how much better Canada is to live. Like, my advice to those people, go live in England. Go live there for a year. See if you like it. See if you wouldn't be rushing back to Canada, because I assure you, you would. Like, even, like, obviously, don't get me wrong, there's always nice places in England. They're very far and few in between. Everywhere else is not a good place to live. Like, it's not it. I don't want to slate it too much because I feel bad, but yeah, no, it's not for me. It's not for me. Canada is for me. And since I have now had my first bear encounter and I handled it like a pro, may I flipping add, I didn't scream, I didn't run off crying, I didn't die. I was quiet and calm and collected. That may be because I'd just woken up out of a dead sleep and my brain was not functioning a lot, maybe, I don't know, but it was actually a real cute little encounter. After he walked off, he like walked around my picnic table and there was like a little trail off to the left, and he walked up the trail and then looked back over his shoulder. We connected eyes and then he just went on his way. It's like he was just saying, thank you so much for that water, have a great day, ma'am, you know. That's how I'm taking it anyway, because I feel like it was a full Snow White moment, but I'm taking it, and I feel like that has to be your initiation of becoming Canadian. How you handle your first bear encounter. And I handled it like a pro. Okay?
Now, I just worked Canada Day. I usually work Canada Day. And I was working, my wife was working at one event that I had to take her to first. And then we went and worked another event together later in the evening. And they were both big Canada themed festivals. And the reason I love Canada so much, it's probably number one reason, it's the most multicultural country I ever lived in. And I've lived most of my life in Australia. I lived in the States for a year. I lived in China for almost 5 years. And by far, that Canada is the most multicultural, especially like Ontario. Can't speak much about the other places in Canada, but definitely Ontario is the most multicultural country I've ever lived in. There was people from all different cultures at these festivals. And everyone was wearing red. Everyone was saying Happy Canada Day. Everyone was having a good time. Everyone was treating each other nice. And it just shows that, like as myself as an Aussie, I'm grateful to be in Canada. I think it's a great country. And all these people who came from different backgrounds feel the exact same way. They love the opportunity. They love to embrace each other. They love the country. And it's so great to see.
Why has the USA decided to mess with Canada? Have you never heard the expression, don't mess with the quietest person in the room? Don't do it. Canada is friendly. They're calm. They're collected. They're cool. They're lovely. Don't mess with the quiet ones. Just don't do it. You will feel the wrath. America, listen, we love you. You're loud. And usually the loudest person isn't the one to be scared of. It's the quiet one. Canada, they sit back, they listen, they watch, they observe. Don't touch them. Don't wake them up. And you know what? Now that you've gone and done that, I can already see it unraveling. Canada is not giving two fucks, and I love it. Canada. I fucking love Canada. But yeah, what have you done? Why? Don't poke the quiet person.
I just want to say Canadians are the best. I posted a couple videos about my time in Toronto. I was there for a couple days. I did a little vlog and then a post on a sushi I ordered. The number of people who have commented welcoming me to Canada and welcoming me to Toronto and giving me so many recommendations for my next visit, unreal. Whereas when people post about asking for recommendations in New York, usually the comments are, go away, get out of here, or they'll send them to random sketchy ass places around the city. Us New Yorkers can learn a thing or two.
Yeah, welcome back again, family, to my channel. And if you're watching me for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and hit that notification bell so whenever I post, you get notified. So, folks, without wasting much time, let's get after what I've prepared for you today. That have you ever wondered why Canada keeps appearing in conversations about the kind of place people want to experience? I mean, because when you really look at the country, Canada, there's something remarkable hiding in plain sight. And the funny thing is, Canada doesn't always advertise itself. It doesn't have to advertise itself. You can see the maple leaf. You can see the breathtaking landscapes. You can see the enormous cities surrounded by some of the most spectacular nature on earth. I mean, but those are just the things you notice first. The deeper you go, the more Canada starts to feel different. I mean, because Canada isn't just a country with incredible scenery, it's a country with incredible scale. Think about it for a second. From the Pacific coast to the Atlantic, from the Rockies to the Great Lakes. I mean, from the modern cities to communities surrounded by wilderness. Canada isn't simply large, it's almost difficult to comprehend. And somehow, millions of people have built lives across all of it. That's very impressive. Like, but here's where I think Canada becomes truly special. It managed to become one of the world's most recognizable countries without losing that feeling of space, that feeling of possibility and discovery. You can walk through a major Canadian city and then, not that far away, find yourself surrounded by nature that looks like it belongs to another world. Where else does that combination exist on this scale? Tell me. And then there's the people. Canada's diversity isn't just a statistic. It's something you can actually experience. I mean, different cultures, different traditions, different languages, different histories, all contributing something to the same national story. That's very beautiful. Because, for one, Canada doesn't become less Canadian because different people bring different cultures into it. In many ways, that's part of what makes Canada Canadian. And let's talk about something else Canada sometimes forget to appreciate. The sheer amount of natural beauty surrounding everyday life. For some people, seeing a massive mountain range is a once in a lifetime experience. For some living in parts of Canada, that's home. A lake that will become an international attraction. Somewhere else can simply be the place where someone goes fishing on the weekend. A landscape that tourists travel thousands of miles away to see can be someone's backyard. That's extraordinary, folks, when you stop and think about it. But Canada's greatest advantage may not be something you can photograph. It's possibility. The possibility of building something. The possibility of starting over. The possibility of coming from somewhere completely different and still becoming part of the story. And yes, you heard me right. Canada has problems like any other country. Of course it does. But every country does have problems, trust me. But acknowledging those problems doesn't erase what is remarkable about the country. In fact, it makes the conversation more honest. Because Canada doesn't need to be perfect to be special. It just needs to have something worth believing in. And look at the reaction. It continues to inspire people. People visit and start talking about returning there. People move there and begin building their new lives, starting again. People live and sometimes realize they miss things they've never expected to miss. Perhaps that's very powerful. Because one, You can't manufacture that kind of attachment. You can't put it in an advertisement. You can't buy it with a slogan. It happens naturally. One experience at a time, one person at a time, one story at a time. And perhaps that's Canada's quiet superpower. It doesn't always demand attention. It earns it. It doesn't have to tell the world, look at us. The world eventually looks away. And once you start looking beyond the obvious, you begin to understand why. Maybe the real Canadian advantage isn't one single thing. Maybe it's the combination, the space, the nature, the beautiful cities, the diversity of the people, the culture, the opportunity, then sense that there is still room to dream big while living in a place that can make you stop and appreciate the small things. That's very rare. That's a very rare combination, and perhaps that's why Canada feels bigger than its borders. It has become an idea for millions of people, an idea of possibility, an idea of belonging. An idea that modern life doesn't have to mean losing everything that makes a place feel human. And that one alone is something worth celebrating. So here's my question for Canadians watching this. What is that one thing about Canada that you think the rest of the world doesn't appreciate enough? And please don't say the obvious. Think about something you experience every day that someone visiting Canada would immediately notice. Because I have a feeling the answers are going to reveal the Canada that doesn't appear on the podcast. The podcast. Because we're going deeper into this. Beyond headlines. Beyond the stereotypes. Beyond the postcards. Where we're discovering the Canada that makes people stop, look around, and think. Maybe there is really something special about this place, and honestly, we have only scratched the surface. Tell me what you think, folks, about Canada. So, folks, I won't say much for today. Please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and don't forget to hit that bell so whenever I post, it reaches you on time. So, folks, until next time, peace, and I pray for Canada to always continue with a good heart.